the world, the billions and billions and billions of people that watch the streams, as evidenced by the top left corner where all of the people in the world are watching. As you can see, my eyeball bar, it stretches like all the way across the screen because there's billions of people on this stream right now. Okay. And so as those billions of people eagerly anticipated the stream today to see if Drew was right or if he was wrong, to see if we got stopped out or to see if we've profited, to see if Bitcoin did what we said it was going to do, or if the levels that we brought yesterday were well respected or not, to see if Drew is full of the proverbial poo and we can start calling him Drew Poo, or if the basket weaving, master's degree wielding, bowling league president, 3-time crocheting All-American, and volunteer secretary of the badminton club actually got it right. Did he or did he not? If you're here from Twitter, scroll up, hit the follow button. Appreciate you. That's all I ask of people. Okay. Secondarily, if you are here from YouTube, thank you so much for showing up to the channel. Make sure you smash the like button on the video. Obviously, make sure you hit subscribe to the channel because we're taking gains. We're bringing people levels. We're bringing people trades. We're making people money every single day. Boom, baby. Yeah. Scared you. Bang on that notification bell. That way you're alerted. Because again, like I said, if you have been watching this channel and all of my live streams where I'm taking the live trades every single day, right? Over these past 6 or 7 weeks, and you had $3,000 when we started it, and you took the exact same trades that I took, you would now have over $20,000 in that account. You would have almost essentially 7x'd your money in 7 weeks by just watching Drew Wolfer. That's pretty crazy, man. I don't know people that have stats like that. If you do, drop them in the comments section. All I ask for is participation. If you have an altcoin that you would like me to look at, drop that bad boy in the comments section as well. And we're just going to get straight into it because we have some pertinent information. Okay? So, first and foremost, let's let Ray Shrummer tell you. Because again, if you're not subscribed to this channel, I have absolutely no idea what you're doing. Because we do this every day, literally every day, right? So come over here and make some gains, man. Come over here and make some gains. See what we can do. Boom. We need a baby Drew. We need a baby Drew, not a big Drew. Make that Drew smaller. Is this it? That ain't it. Where is the thing, man? I am the worst streamer in the history of streaming. But hey, even if the production quality on my channel sucks, even if it's horrible, even if you hate it because I'm terrible with the production quality, at the very least, you're making money. It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm so excited. It's so exciting. So, what were we talking about yesterday? Does anybody remember all the billion people that are here that were also here yesterday? Mark Henderson said, "What's up, everybody? The question of the day is it long time?" Please check out Altura. I feel like that's a stock. I feel like that is a stock. Also, do you think it can get back to all-time high, or is MC too high for that market cap? Altura, I assume, is what your question is about. So, let's talk about Bitcoin first, then we will get to all the altcoins. I'm going to give people a little bit of time to file into the stream and come into the comments section and give me the, stuff that you want me to look at. Okay? So, first and foremost, what were we talking about yesterday? Okay. Well, we shorted, it came down here to the level exactly where we said it was going to go to, and bing bang boom, we took $700 live on the in gains yesterday, right? Then we started coming up here, right, to about the 50 moving average. We got rejected at the 200, and I believe our stream was like right around here, okay? And I basically said, look, you got two things that could potentially happen, right? One, let me take the magnet tool off of here. Said one, you get rejected off of here and then you lose the 50. And if you come down further than this, right? If you come down further than about 94.5, this inverted head and shoulders is nullified and you're going to be taking downside all the way to about probably $93,000. And even further down than that, it was like all the way down here to like $91,000, right? So we've now broken out of this channel that we were trading in as well. And I can show you what that channel was. That channel. Okay. We broke out of it and we back tested it. Boom, breakout, back test, bounce, right? Where's my schoolboy, Drew? Where's my schoolboy, Q? Bounce, right? Bounce. So we hit a bounce. This is actually looking extremely good right here because now we are also above that point of control, okay, which is great. So, and we have confirmed above it. Now, are we going to come back down bullishly, back test it, and then bounce? Hopefully. But this might just break out. I mean, this thing might just go, right? In my opinion, it might not come back down here. So if you didn't get your entry here, you might not be getting it, right? It might be blast off time and you're on the sidelines, right? Did Drew get his entry, though, is the question that most people are going to be asking. And the answer to that question would be abso-friggin-lutely. Abso-friggin-lutely, man. I had to get my entry late, though, because all of this happened. All of this right here, this happened when I was sleeping. So where was it? I had something here. Oh, yeah, it was the head and shoulders. My bad. So I basically said, look, this is what you want to see. You've got your inverted head and shoulders. You need to see a breakout here and then a back test and then a bounce from there, right? So if you look, you did get the breakout, all right? And we'll zoom in. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So this is your breakout candle, right? This is your confirmation candle. This is your back test. And then this is your second back test. So you had two opportunities to get in, right? So again, this happened while I was sleeping, unfortunately. I didn't even know that it had broken out. So I didn't have my order set here, right? So I actually had to get in late. And luckily, it came close to back testing the neckline yet again. So I did get my order in, but my order is a little bit higher than I would have liked it to be. My average price is 92 or 97.2, whereas what I wanted it to be was more like it was around like 96.8. So I'm about $400 out of the money that I would have rather been in this realm, right? So, you know, is that a big deal? No, it's not. Like you manage your manage your risk, you manage your position properly. It should not be that big of a deal. We can delete this thing off of here. This was for the thumbnail. So let me get that thing off of there really quick and we'll move forward. So essentially, we said there's two scenarios. One, you break out of here, you back test this, and then you're headed to about 99K, right? That's about 75 to 80% of the measured move on this entire head and shoulders pattern. Inverted head and shoulders, that is. And then the secondary scenario, which I was in a short position yesterday, I took $700 profit on this short here. And then I started opening up more shorts on this because I was like, okay, I want to still be positioned if we get rejected here at the 200 moving average and we do come down here to the 94.5 range. This is where we're going to see a nice epic fall, probably down to about $92,000. And worst case scenario, I entered at like, what was it? It was like 96,000. I stop out right up here once we get above the 200 moving average because that's going to show me that we are now breaking out. And so that's what happened. I got stopped out overnight. No big deal. And then boom, exactly what I said. Long. And then you make all that money back, right? That you got stopped out on plus more. And you're only risking, actually we've made, you know, we actually have more money than we got stopped out on, is my point. And we took $700 in profit here yesterday. So even though we got stopped out right up here on a secondary order, all that did was cancel out these profits. And now, boom, we've made all those profits back plus more if we just, you know, sell here. Obviously, I think that we're probably going to go up to about $100,000. 90,000 is your first target, and you want to see what happens up here when you get here, right? I actually have half of a Bitcoin long open on my prop fund account, and I have my sell target is at $99,000. It's at like 98.9 exactly. And there's a reason for that, and I'll show you the reasons for that here in the coming minutes, right? Yeah. I was 100% right. About this or about what you said in the second comment? I hope you say something about Forex Shark of Drip Network or Drip whatever, Drip token, because he stole your money and I was saying Drip was false. Yeah, I mean that's how I started my channel, was calling out Ponzi schemes and rug pulls and fake projects that had zero utility. Yeah, unfortunately, man, I feel for you. I feel for you, but I mean that's what happens when you play those games with those types of people, man, and those types of projects. So with all of that being said, let's talk about what we're here to talk about. We've now regained the point of control and we are blasting off, right? Why do I think that we're going to come up here to about $102,000, right? Right around there. Why do you think that? Okay. Where's my media assets?
How, Sway? You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers.
You ain't been doing the education, man. Sway. So I'm going to show you why I think we could be potentially coming back up here. Well, and then first and foremost, once you regain the point of control, the next logical level that you're looking for is the value area high. And where's the value area high? Right at $103,000. Okay. So that's kind of what we're looking at right now. Now we've got a lot of resistances to get through in order to get there. Right. And we've gotten through a couple of them already. Okay. So let's zoom in. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we're getting caught up at this previous swing high right here. If we get through that, we've got another swing high right around here at about 98.9. And that's where I'm going to start taking profits on my prop fund account. And I think that's like $1,000 I would make or something like that. No, I think it's like 800. My bad. It's not $1,000. Then you've got a secondary resistance right here at this kind of double top right here at about 99.2. And then it's really just $100,000 and 101. And then you're at the value area high at about 102.5, right? And my take profit is actually at 102.3 because I always like to front run these levels. I don't want to take it all the way up there. So those are kind of your resistance levels. Then if you get past that, here's your other resistances: 106, 106.5, 107, and then obviously the ultimate all-time high, which is 109. I think we'll get caught up here. There'll be a massive, massive amount of resistance there. Now, if you want to know what your supports are, I will show you those as well. Okay, let's pop up the supports. You've got a support right here, very near-term support, 97.5, right? 97.6-ish. You've obviously got your point of control, right? Then you have your 97.5, right? No, I think that's 97,000. And then you've got 96.7. Then you've got a massive fall all the way down to about 94.8, somewhere in that realm. Okay. So I do truly think that we are going to pump, obviously, like that. Why do I have a long position open? Why do I have a 10x leverage long position open? Because I think we're pumping, right? And so far we are, right? So far we are. So I cannot complain. I cannot complain. Now, let's tell you why I think we could be potentially going up there. Okay. And I'm going to let the Fibonacci's tell the tale, right? So we also have a resistance right here. If you remember this kind of rising wedge that we broke out of, we got under it and then we're kind of riding it up, right? So we're going to have resistance here at about $99,000 in my opinion because of this now, which would be pretty much a resistance point, right? And then this one would actually be a pivot point, right? This would be a pivot. So this is your pivot right here. This is your resistance, right? Trend line. Okay. So just pay attention to those as well. Then you had your inverted cup and handle. This actually got hit. The profit target on that was perfect. It was beautiful. We can delete that, right? Here's our short scenario that we were talking about. And exactly what happened, or what we said could potentially happen, it played out. The only difference is we pumped, right? So let's look at the long scenario, right? Our long scenario was, hey, we come down here, boom, we flip this back to resistance or back to support, boom, we blast up. Obviously, that didn't happen, but as you can see, if you just move this over, that's exactly what happened, right? You broke out, you came back, you back tested it. Now you're not worried about this. You're more worried about this. Boom, right? And then you come back up here and you're looking more or less at something like this happen, okay? Boom. Coming up to the value area high, okay? So we'll delete those scenarios because now they are nullified. But then we had the 1 hour bear flag that absolutely played out too, printed exactly. We called that one out with the quickness. And then let's see, we had we're going to leave those because those are still valid in my opinion. Here's the fib that I'm talking about though. Where's that? So from the swing high to the swing low, guess where the 1.0 retracement is? 98.9, baby. Guess where Drew's profit target is? His first one, at least, on the prop fund trading account to make $800. 98.9, baby. That's where it's at. That's where my first target is. And then guess where the second target is on that? 102.3. Drew, where did you place your profit target on BitGet? Oh, 102.3. Oh, it's all starting to line up. It's all starting to line up. TA's fun, man. That would make me $4,300, by the way. I've got my stop loss set out super loose right now. It's all the way down at $96,000. I don't see any way that we're getting back down to $96,000. That's the 0.5 fib on this. I would say 96.8 is probably the lowest you're going to get here. And honestly, I don't think that you're going to you might come back down and bullishly back test, since you have not back tested this yet, the point of control here. Okay. So you could see this happen where you top out here, you back test the point of control, and then you blast up. Right. So what my bias is this would be the best case scenario for me. You hit this 1.0 retrace, you come down here. This is your point of control right there. You bullishly back test it. You head up to, guess what? The 1.618 and the value area high, baby. So I will be taking profits on the prop fund account here. And then if we hit this point of control, I will be re-entering along. So long as momentum is in our favor, right? Obviously, I'll be looking at my oscillators and things of that sort, because if you look at RSI, it's starting to get close to that overbought territory. I mean, we're at 69 right now. And once you get into 70 and above, that's where you can start thinking about, okay, this thing might, fall. And if you look at what happened the last couple of times that you were there, boom, you had a massive fall here. Boom, you had a massive fall here. And then boom, you had a massive fall here, right? So, I mean, just make sure you're taking your RSI into account. Just seriously, just pay attention to RSI. Secondarily, the other thing that you want to look at is your stochastics are super overbought right now. They're almost at 100, I believe. Yeah, we're at 99. So there could be a brief pullback here in any case. Are you going to come all the way back down here? Maybe not. You might do something like this, where you come back down to the 50 line, go back up, or something like this, where you come back down, go back up. See what I'm saying? Because we do have a lot of strength that's coming in on this trend, and you can gauge that strength with market cipher. So as you can see, the momentum waves are actually trending upwards. You have a green dot, and guess what else? Money flow is trending massively upwards into the green, right? And guess what you've got? You've got VWAP also trending upwards right here. See what I'm saying? So, I mean, everything's pointing to upside right now. So I am not Donna Goodo. I will absolutely look at these things, and I am non-directional. I do not care if things are, if we're going to long it or we're going to short it. It does not matter to me. I will make money either way, and I will not Donna Goodo the chart.
But I cannot see. I'm legally blind. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm innocent.
I'm innocent, man. I'm from Port Arthur, Texas, and I'm a female. And man, dang, man, I got stopped out of my short yesterday, man. I made $700 though, and then I got stopped out of my short, and I lost it all. And then I entered a long, man, holding it down, and now I made all that money back. It's depressing. It's depressing, but it's so exciting. Isn't this exciting? We like making money. Let's go.
So my point is that I'm seeing upside here, okay? And you can check the 4-hour chart and stuff like that and get down into the weeds and check the smaller time frame charts, absolutely. And we can do that here in a minute. But I'm showing you why I'm bullish here, okay? Because I feel like we've been overtly bearish on this channel for a while. Well, I've been taking a lot of short trades, and we've been killing it on the shorts too. But don't forget, we also sprinkled some longs in there plenty of times. Like, we don't just short on this channel. So now this is like a good vantage point for you to see, like, I don't just short Bitcoin here, man. I want to see crypto do well. Now, do I think that we need a flush out and we need to come down here to these demand zones, right? Absolutely, I do think that. We need to come down here and grab the liquidity that's down here. But it's not looking like we're going to do that right now. It looks like we're going to come up here to the value area high. And for that, we thank you. Like, I'm with it. I'll take the $4,000. Absolutely. That's good money for my family, man. This is how I provide for my family. So I appreciate the market for giving me any gains in any case. So that's that Fibonacci, right? So let's do the Fibonacci from the value area high, which is this previous swing high, to this previous swing low. And guess what? At $99,000 is the 0.618 retrace. And guess what? At $100,500, you got the 786 and the full 1.0 retrace. Guess what? Right above my take profit at 102.5. My take profit is at 102.3. I am good with that. I will take that all friggin' day, man. Let's pull another fib and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if you pull the fib from this swing high to this swing low, which is a massive range, at $100,000, guess what? You've got the 0.618. At 98.8, you have the 0.5, and you have now regained the 0.382 and bullishly back it, boom, blasted through it, okay? So now you're getting ready to come up here and test the 0.5. You've got the 0.618 here. And then guess what? Your 0.786 retrace, which is something that, you know, we have not retraced back to since way back here, right? Is right at the value area high. There's a lot of things that are lining up bullishly for Bitcoin right now. And if you take this other fib, boom, look at that, from the high to the very tippy, like from this high, let's draw it from here. We'll say this high to this low, the 0.786 again, right there. Are these the same? Yeah, they are. I'm deleting this. Okay. There you go. 786 at 103.2. Okay. Perfect. Now let's look at what's happening at 89,000. Why are there two fibs on here? Where's my second fib at? Why is there a second fib here? Am I tripping? No, it's the value area high. Okay, my bad. Okay, so if you take this fib from the ultimate low after the previous all-time high at about 102.6 to the ultimate high, guess where we're at? We've already retraced and we just bullishly backtested the 0.618 and we are now trending up towards the 0.5, okay? And then guess where the 0.382 is? Just under the value area high. Again, like I said, this stuff makes, like this, the Fibonacci's are going to tell the tale right now, okay? And then let's look at one more. From 90K, which is this ultimate low, all the way up to here. Is that the same fib? It's the same fib, man. What am I doing here? Why do I have two of the same fib? Okay, there you go. We already looked at it. So in any case, that's the bullish case, man. And then you've got your supply zone up here. Obviously, we want to come up here and take this liquidity, right? So that's why the market's trying to ride you up there. They're trying to ride you up there so you can take all of this liquidity that has not been grabbed, right? We've grabbed all of this, right? So then where's the rest of the liquidity? Well, it's right here, okay? All of that right there, which is not much. Show you. Why is this freaking out on me? Yeah, so essentially this right here is all just a bunch more liquidity that they're going to want to take that we still haven't taken. We've taken all of this stuff right here. So you take this And then they're going to want to take this up here to about probably 107, right? And that would be, you know, a place where they might start reversing it. I'm not 100% sold that we're going to go to a new all-time high here, but I would say that the case to go up here to the value area high is more likely than not. I like that as a scenario. I think that that is a plausible scenario, and that's that. So let's see what else we got here. We can turn this channel off. Actually, let's leave that channel on. We'll take the supply zones off. And then we have our parallels, right? That parallel, if you look from here, it's been well respected, right? It could be bringing you up to $100,000. I think we're pumping to $100,000. That's in my title. It's in my thumbnail. I think we're going to $100,000. What's another reason why we think we're going to $100,000? The inverted head and shoulders right here. It's telling you, hey, you could go to $100,000. If we do this quickly, we could be going to about $100,500, right? At the very least, we're going to 99K, in my opinion, right? So if you look at that parallel, that's also telling you another reason why you could be going up there. Now, this is going to be a major resistance point for you, right? So why? Because this was a massive, massive parallel channel that it was very well respected. As you can see, we deviated outside of it, came right back into it, bing, bang, bing, 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 deviated outside of it, came right back into it, bam, right? So it's going to want to get sucked back up into that channel. If not, it's going to ride the bottom of this to about 107, 108 range. That's why I'm saying they could be hunting liquidity all the way up to about 108 there, right? Now, you do have this downward sloping parallel as well, right? Where's that from? That's from the previous all-time high, and that is going to be acting as support now, okay? So you've got support all the way down to about $89,000, all right? Now, you've got your upward sloping parallel, which again, this one could take you up to a new all-time high. That's a pretty crazy one to think about. And we can show you what that one is. That's just this one right here. Boom, 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 boom. Right. And I would probably delete this one because this one's it's not as pertinent. Now, here's your real parallel, right? This is your real parallel. This one dates back all the way back here. It's deviated outside of it maybe 3 times, right? Once right here, snapped right back into it. Once here, snapped right back into it. Once here, snapped right back into it. It wicked outside of it here, snapped right back into it. Wicked outside of it here, snapped right back into it. And guess what just happened? We came outside of it here, and then boom, we got right back inside of it after we smacked into the value area low. And then guess where the midpoint of that channel is? The value area high, ladies and gentlemen. The Wolper Power Hour continues to electrify the audience. Check it out. Check it out. So let's look at one more parallel, because you know I love my parallels, right? This one is incredibly well respected as well as a downward sloping parallel. And guess where that could be taking you? 1044 is the top end of that, and the value area high is right under it, baby. We're loving it. We're loving it. All right, what are these? Long-term parallels? Let's see what these are. Yep. That is a super long-term parallel that could be taking you up to a new all-time high. And then this one is a much more steep parallel, and that's going to act as resistance. I don't like this one as much because this one has been broken outside of, but as you can see, it's acting as resistance now. So this could be acting as resistance. I mean, you could have resistance at $122,000. So you keep that up, baby. Keep that up there. Then you've got your 4-hour key levels. Guess where your 4-hour resistance line is? Boom, you just back tested it and blasted through it, right? You got through it, great. You just don't want to, you want to take out this high right here, really is what it comes down to. 98.9, you really want to take out that high because that's going to solidify this move upwards, in my opinion, taking out that previous swing high. That's what it's going to come down to, right? Then secondarily, if you look at your 1 week level, guess where the resistance is? $100,000 almost exactly, which is right where the inverted head and shoulders is telling you we could be going. So you could be running into resistance there and boom, come back down here, back test this, boom, blast up, right? So I would actually, if we start falling, losing momentum here, I'm taking profits here. I don't care. And then I will probably enter a short position, ride it back down here to the point of control, and then long it again, take the exact same position, $4,000 more, right? Yeah, that's what I would be looking for, at least in terms of that. Okay. Now, here's another thing that you need to take into account. There is a macro or a micro FRVP if you just measure from here to the all-time high, and if you want to, you can actually drag this all the way over here and move this one all the way here, and you can see what your parallel is. As you can see, we just regained the value area low. Where's the point of control? 1047, baby. That's why I'm saying, like, it's looking like we could be going up. Okay. So we will, we're going to take that off of there and we're going to put it back where it was. Boom. Okay, so this is where it should actually be. And as you can see, we just regained it. Boom. And we're looking gravy. Gravy. All right. So, I mean, I'm eyeing $100,000 at the very least. I'm eyeing 102. That's what I'm going for right now. That's what I'm seeing on the charts at least. So we'll see what happens. Then you have a bull flag on the weekly chart that we just got back above, right? And we just broke out of. Okay, so we need to close a weekly level there. Here's your, those are trend lines. I think, where is that bull flag? Okay. So now we're going to go to the weekly chart and I'm going to show you exactly what we're talking about on that bull flag. Look at that. Look at that, man. I mean, this is a friggin' bull flag, brother. This is a bull flag, baby. And if you actually get a breakout of this, we will not know about this until next week. Okay, so this, so long as this candle closes above $96,700 on Sunday, whenever we close this weekly candle, then that is a breakout candle. And then all we need is another candle next week to close above that candle's close, right? And then that is a confirmed breakout. Then what you would want to see is a retest of that line and then a blast off. And guess where that could be taking you? All the way up to almost $130,000 on Bitcoin, okay? This would be 75% of the measured move right around here at about $125,000. So, I mean, that would be a massive, massive move on Bitcoin, in my opinion. Let me see if I can get this bull flag thing. There we go. I got to get that into my bull flag. Okay, so we're looking good on Bitcoin. The long is looking super, super juicy. Super, super juicy. Let's get this bull flag off of here. Let's get back down to the hourly chart and let's see what's going on. Okay, so. I'm digging the way that this chart's looking now, that we have gotten above this, the downward parallel that was very well respected for an extremely long time. I'm digging that, right? So, I mean, this is really bullish scenario for Bitcoin, in my opinion. And I think this trade is going to play out exponentially well. So that's just my bias on that. So let's see. Right here, man. I mean, you're doing it. You're learning it right now. Like, no one goes as in depth as I do. There's some good teachers in the landscape, but most of the time they're only like they're only showing you like, oh, FRVP, you know, you buy here, you sell here, you consider buying or selling here. That's it, right? Or they'll be like, oh, FRVP plus this, right? But I teach you everything. I teach you candles, I teach you confirmations, I teach you charting patterns, I teach you levels of confluence that other people aren't going to teach you. I promise you that. So let's go up here and let's look at Altura for my main man right here, Mark Henderson. All right, Mark, we are going to look at Altura, ALU. I don't think we've looked at this, ALU USD. Let's go to Bybit. Yeah, I don't think we've looked at this. Woo, that looks horrible. That chart just does not look awesome. We'll get back to Bitcoin here in a second, and we'll get some Gary Cardone impressions in. I mean, you're kind of finding a floor here, to be honest with you. as nasty as it looks, you're kind of finding a floor here, right? So, I mean, look at that. Yeah, I mean, there was your entry, bro. It was 3 hours ago. There was your entry for a long. I mean, you do have the 3 black crows here. If you don't know what the 3 black crows are, dude, like, look into them. The 3 black crows are what is going on with my screen? It is absolutely diabolical. It is a very bearish charting pattern. You are under every moving average that matters too, right? And you've got volume falling off here, right? So, I mean, the bulls are trying to take advantage, and you do have a bottoming tail here, which is like one of the best bottoming tails you're ever going to see. This was your entry, man, for a long position. I would have entered here on this test of this trend line, right? Because that's like super bottomy, I mean, as you can see. And I would set my stop loss right out here if I was you, if I were to enter this. And then guess where I would be targeting, right? Well, first and foremost, I would be going back here to see, you know, I mean, I would first and foremost be targeting right here. Secondarily, I would be targeting right here. So 8.8 cents and 7.2 cents. That's where I would be targeting. So that's all I would do. I would just look at this. I mean, this chart kind of sucks, man, because this thing has gotten absolutely murdered. But I would be coming right up here for about a 7x risk to reward on this. You could enter here if you really wanted to get super hectic with it, like you could. But the better entry is down here once you touch this trend line at about 5.9 cents or 6 cents ish. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would be looking at right now. You do have a falling wedge, or kind of like a falling parallel right here that you could see it break out. I mean, you could even argue that this was the parallel and then it broke out, right? That it broke out, and then now it's it's bullishly back testing it. But I would not probably argue. My bias is that this is your parallel. Okay. So I would be looking for entries somewhere in here, and then I would be looking for exits somewhere up here. Okay. So, I mean, that's what I'm looking at on Altura. If you really want to get super, super dirty with it and like just absolutely filthy, that's your other trend line right there. I need to get these and make these things stop being whatever, like so thick. Why are they so thick? I can never figure out how to get these things unthick. Give me a second. I'm going to switch screens. I know it does it on my regular laptop screen. Yeah, there we go. That's all it was. Cool. Yeah, why was it doing that? Why are they so thick, man? Why are you so thick, man? Thicker than a Snicker, baby. So yeah, anyways. Yeah, I mean, this is what I would be looking at right here, man. Hopefully that's helpful. There's no trade, in my opinion, right now until you hit here or until you get over here to the inflection point. And then you would want to see a breakout, but then you've got resistance here. Then you would want to see a breakout. What I would want to see is we come up here, we retest again, you blast through, boom, you back test it, you blast through, boom, you back test it, right? And that's where you can start getting up to these swing highs and then eventually up to these swing highs, right? So that's what I would be looking for on Altura. We'll leave that on there because we will revisit this and see how it played out, my man. Yeah. All right. Does anybody else have a request? Is that the only request? That's kind of frustrating. We'll go back to Bitcoin, see what's happening. Ooh, we got our first red candle in a while, man.
That is just not awesome, brother. We want to buy us some Bitcoin today, man. We want to buy some Bitcoin. All right. So we're going to need us some pumpage, man. We need this to go green and finish more along the lines of right up here, man. Because look at this, man. Let me tell you something. We really need this to move up here, man, because this candlestick right here, I do not like to see that. I do not like to see that candle, man, because that is what it's called. If there's a bunch of volume on this candle, which we've got how many? We've got 20 minutes before this closes, man. If there's a lot of volume on this candle, man, it is going to be a super bearish candle, because that is what would be called a topping tail, an inverted hammer topping tail. Okay, we do not want to see that on that Bitcoin, man. No, sir. No, sir. We want to buy us some Bitcoin. James Mack said, yo, Drew, what's up, Mac Man? This the Mac Man's in the house. Yeah, let's go to the smaller time frames. Let's get into the weeds a little bit, see what's happening on the 15-minute chart, baby. See what these in. Ooh, we got the red dot trying to print. That is not awesome. You've got money flow starting to flow out, get a little bit smaller. You've got your VWAP that has now crossed over. You've got the RSI hit massive, overbought almost, reversed. Let's see what happened the last time that happened. Oof, that was nasty. That was when we got the back test, man. But then guess what? It got heated back up and it blasted, right? So I mean, that could be what's about to happen here. I mean, you could see this thing, you know, come back down here just like it did last time, boom, and then blast back up, set a higher high than this previous high that was way over here, right? Right here, boom. That's the high we need to take out. So in my opinion, we need to take out 98.9. We need to hit 98.9 relatively quickly, in my opinion, for this to have some serious strength. So let's delete all this off of here. Let's delete all this. Get this out of here. Get this. Whoops, I just deleted my entire indicator. That was not awesome. All right, boom, and bam. All right. All right, man. What are the moving averages telling us? Okay, we've got a bullish moving average formation. We've got the 200 on the bottom, the 100, then the 50, then the 20, and then the 9. So that is actually a bullish pattern, usually in an uptrend. So we are trending up a little bit. That's good. When did we actually regain these and make these moving averages? Quite a while ago, actually. The 50 curled above right there, above the 200. The 100 hit it right there. I mean, this was literally yesterday, almost at the end of the night. I mean, if you were watching this, you knew what was about to happen, right? That was great. I wish I would have been watching. I was asleep. I gotta sleep, man. I gotta sleep eventually. Let's see what's happening on a 5-minute chart. See if there's anything we can extrapolate. Let's extrapolate some stuff, man. Yeah, nothing really to see here. You've actually got super oversold on the Stokes. You're actually kind of not too terrible on RSI. If you cross back up above this signal line, you're good to go, right? And then let's see what Market Cypher's trying to do. It did print a red dot, and you got a massive spike downwards on the momentum, and you did set kind of like a head and shoulders on the momentum, right? So shoulder, head, right shoulder, and now you've got your money flow starting to kind of trend off. But that doesn't matter, I mean, because here's what could happen, right? You could also see this exact same thing happen, right? Where your money flow, now you've got a bigger wave, then it comes back down here, and then you get another bigger wave over here, and then it's still trending upward, just like it did here, right? Bigger wave, and then it started to trend downwards. Boom, boom, big wave, right? So that's my point. I mean, that, and you could also see in the same sense, you could also see the momentum do the exact same thing, where it's like, okay, one wave, bigger wave, smaller wave, but then it curls right back up, sets another bigger wave, right? Stuff like that. So I wouldn't take this too much to heart right here. I think that this was a really, really good double bottom, okay?
That was a really, really good double bottom. Super well respected this. You've got a bullish pattern on the moving averages as well. And that bullish pattern actually started right back here, right before you got above the point of control. That's a pretty good indication that you've got an uptrend pending. And then if you look here, the 20 and the 9 actually tried to go under the 200. They couldn't get the juice to do it. And then they trended back upwards because price started trending back upwards, right? You saw a lot of buying volume come in, right? And then boom, as you can see, the 9 bounced off of the 200, boom, blasted back up. The 20 actually front ran it, boom. See what I'm saying? Bam. I'm not long in any of them, man. Not long in any of them because I'm like a expert in Bitcoin right now. So, I mean, unless I see something that's like a super good opportunity, I'd rather take spot bag positions on it because, I mean, I kill at trading Bitcoin by itself. So I don't like, I have a family, I have a life, I have like obligations and businesses and, you know, things that I have to do. So I also keep the pulse on gold. So gold and Bitcoin are the two markets I keep my pulse on the most. And one is because I am the gold guy over at Verified Investing. I'm a pro trader on their platform and I do gold analysis for them every day for the community. And then secondarily, I trade gold on my own platform. And then I also trade Bitcoin, as you can see, you know, like trading it on BitGet and making money off it. So I try to keep as much noise out. Now, if somebody's not as busy as me, I totally understand why they would have like 10 coins on their radar. I would rather just wait for that and buy spot bags. And then just like stay an expert in the Bitcoin chart because I've really kept my pulse on it. Now, secondarily, let's get down to the 1 minute chart. Let's see what's happening down there, baby. Yeah, I mean, you've got a bullish formation on the 1 minute chart too in the moving averages. You've got the 200 down here. You've got the 100 up here. And then you've got the 50 up above the 100. I mean, that's good. That's what you want to be seeing. And where did we gain that? Again, same exact place right here. And then right there at the point of control retest. Dude, that's actually pretty epic. That's pretty dope, man. I like it. I like what I'm seeing. We're bouncing off of these moving averages. We're not coming down and testing the 200 again. You've got friggin' green dots printing down on the 1 minute chart. You've got money flow starting to curl back up into the green. It tried to go into the red really quick here, as you can see, and now it's curled back up into the green. VWAP is starting to cross over to the downside. That's the bad news, but you do have momentum curling to the upside. So that's good news on that. Now momentum, or I guess the money flow and momentum are kind of falling off here. So this is something to be watching for. But on the 1 minute charts, I mean, that stuff can change so fast. Like, that's why I really spend a lot of my time on the 1 hour and the 4 hour charts, because they give you more of the overarching understanding of what's actually happening in the market, rather than the 1 and the 5 and the 15 minute charts. So yeah, that's what we're seeing. We'll see how all this stuff plays out tomorrow. Man, I appreciate it. Actually, dude, like seriously, you're the man, dog. I appreciate you. It means a lot that people show up and participate in the streams, seriously. And you know, I cannot stress enough that without you guys, I can't do this, right? I have zero platform if I have zero people watching me, right? So I appreciate you guys for showing up in any case, right? So we're just going to keep trying to rip these profitable trades, man. I mean, where are we at right now? Let's let BitGet update because it takes forever to update for some reason. Let's just refresh it. We're at about 98,450. We're getting a little bit toppy here, but you know, if we can see this candle close up here, we're looking good. 98,360 on BitGet or so, right? Yeah, $950 profit. We're good with that. We'll see how this thing plays out. I'm hoping that we can ride it up to where I was talking about. I don't think we're coming back down here to 96,530. That's at the 200 moving average. I can probably just cancel this. I really don't think that we're going to see that. And then I can probably move this. Was this a 1 hour chart? Let's see what the moving averages are doing. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. We're about to get the golden cross, too. We just got the 50 curling above the 100, and the 50 is about to curl above the 200. And if the 100 curls up, I mean, this could be uptrend city. I mean, we could see, like, through the weekend, I mean, we could see, you know, $102,000, $103,000 Bitcoin. I mean, I'm hoping that we see $99,000 Bitcoin within the next few hours by the end of the market close today. At least by like 5 or 6 p.m. before the daily candle close. I think it would be great to see $99,000 Bitcoin at that point. And then ride it into Friday, come up, test that 100K level, right? And then maybe on Saturday and Sunday. I mean, the problem with the weekends is that you have way less volume, right? But that also means that people can push the market faster when the institutions aren't, you know, trading down and trading against them. So, yeah, I mean, maybe you get to 102, 103 by, you know, the end of the day on Sunday, and you print a really nice green bullish weekly candle to kind of kick off that bull flag, right? Yeah. We will see, man. We will see how this thing plays out, but I think we're coming up here. I think we're coming up right around here. And I kind of gave you my bias behind it. I gave you the reason, what was going through my head, why I thought that was happening. And that's that. Now, if we can get this candle to close a little bit. Okay, so this is a good formation right here. If we can get this volume candle to close higher than this volume candle right here. So you see these 3 volume candles right here. So this one is smaller. This one is increasing in volume. And then this one, if we can get this one to increase in volume up to about here, and then you can get a close at the top of it, that would be a bullish candlestick pattern called the 3 white soldiers. And that is like prime time for blast off. If you know what the 3 white soldiers is, great. If you don't, Google it. Right. So with that being said, we will see how all this stuff plays out tomorrow. We don't have any other requests in the comment section. James Mack, he's giving everybody his best. He's saying, may the Wolf Gang continue because I'm here for it. Yeah, 100%. We're going to keep it going, keep it pumping. Yeah, and hopefully it will catch on soon, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support in any case from everybody. Let's look and just see what ETH is doing really quick before we sign off, and then we will let everybody get back to their days, man. Everybody back to their beautiful families, and boom. Okay. Well, let's see. I mean, you would be getting your entry. I mean, why is this doing this? Okay. Oof. I mean, that would have been a terrible stop out. No, you probably wouldn't have gotten stopped out actually, because this is not even set below the prior swing low. That doesn't make any sense why it's there. Yeah, you would have set your stop loss outside of either this swing low or these swing low. So that doesn't make any sense why that would. Yeah, you probably wouldn't have gotten stopped out on this. In any case, I don't even know if this is where I was telling people to enter. I think I was telling people to enter here once you regain this and then bounce. So if you entered here, you're looking for upside up to about almost $3,000 on ETH. We need to see ETH pump, man. We need to see ETH pump. So everybody cheer ETH on, and let's see what we can extract from the markets overnight, man. Hopefully we can get $4,000 over the weekend. If this trade hits, man, 4,300, baby. That 4,300. What's our max risk on this? $700. Okay, I'm going to trail my stop loss up because we're like so far in profit now. I mean, look how far my stop loss is from the actual price, right? You probably move your stop loss here to under the 20 moving average, which is about 97.1. It's almost break even, right? Let's actually see where that would be. In any case, I'll probably do this whenever we're off the stream. But, you know, it's a good lesson to have people learn. I mean, yeah, 96.5. 96.5 is where the 200 moving average is. I mean, I'm going to leave my stop loss until we get a couple more hourly candles. And then once this 50 goes above the 200, which it's going to, then we'll see what the pumpage does there. And then I'll probably move my stop loss like somewhere right here to about break even point, which I think my break even's like what, 97.1 or something like that, 97.2. So yeah, I'd probably move it just under this point of control, right? Because then the 50 would be up there, and these two, the 9 and the 20, would be up there as well. So let's hope this candle closes. Dude, we need a little bit more volume on this. I mean, we need some. I don't think it's going to. I don't think it's got the juice. So with that being said, hopefully this is helpful. Yeah, man. I will see you all on the stream tomorrow. I appreciate everybody for showing up. Peace.